Welcome to the set of Thrive America. I'm your host, Brent Brooks. Today, we have a very exciting guest, the owner and founder of the Crepe Masters, the Crepe Master himself, Bryan Menendez. Bryan, before we get started with your 5 to Thrive, can you share a little bit about yourself and your business?
Okay, Crepe Masters is a company. We do on-site catering. We help entertain guests while we make crepes on-site for them. And we also do markets and festivals for, farmers markets and things like that in the community.
Bryan, as you know, this is Thrive America, and we ask every guest to come to the set with 5 success principles. 5 principles that they can attribute to the success of their business. Your first one is great. Find a unique opportunity.
Well, to find a unique opportunity, you really have to be looking for it, first of all. But then it has to be something that you don't see every day. It has to be something like, wow, that no one's doing that, or I haven't seen anybody doing that. And it has to make, if you ask around and people say, wow, that's a great idea, that's the type of response you want. And that would be something to go after if you were thinking about starting. I mean, that's more of an entrepreneurial mindset that someone needs to be in, that's looking for opportunities, whether they're tired of corporate America or they're looking for something different. Normally those opportunities appear in that mind state. And I'm sure most people see these opportunities, they're just not aware.
Bryan, your second principle is discover your bread and butter. What do you mean by this?
Well, the principle of bread and butter for me and my company would be the festival side of our company, which is we go to marketplaces and farmers markets and we set up and we just sell to the public and we interact with hundreds of people in a matter of a few hours. And that provides consistent cash flow for us, but it's also providing great marketing because people don't know what our product is and they see us in action, and it makes much more impact than if I just try to explain it in words or with a picture. So it's kind of,
Bryan, elaborate about your third principle here, which is marketing.
Well, for me, the marketing side was a lot of trial and error. At first, I was trying to explain what we did, and it didn't really catch, no traction. And then I started showing pictures, and that kind of helped. And then we added a video to the website, which helped a lot. But then I realized that the festivals and markets and doing like donated events for free and just getting the exposure was the ultimate way to get marketing, because people just have to experience what we do. We've done pay-per-click ads. We've invested in doing neighborhood flyers and putting business cards on car windshields and all of that. But we found the best thing was just being in front of people, feeding them.
Well, Bryan, as a business owner myself, I can tell you your fourth principle really hits home, which is when you have business failures, try to find the opportunities. Talk to us about this.
Well, I think a huge tool for any successful entrepreneur or company is to see failures and problems as opportunity and challenges, as things to overcome. And for me, when I got here, I didn't know anything about business because I didn't have any proper schooling or anything like that. And lack of knowledge was my biggest problem at the time. But then I turned it around and looked at it as a challenge, and I just began to learn rapidly. And within a year, I was pretty business savvy. I learned what networking was and how to, do accounting and all of that, and it really helped to get going.
Bryan, your fifth principle is have faith. What do you mean by this?
Sure. Well, the whole decision to move here and start the company was based on faith. I knew the product was good and I knew it could make it. The rest I didn't have a clue on, obviously. But I just had the faith, and everything else worked after that. It gave me the strength to learn rapidly and persist and not give up even when there was no money coming in, and it just helped me get past it until everything lined up, and it just solidified the faith that I had, and now it's not even a concern. To me, it's already done.
All right, Bryan. Well, you're officially off the Thrive America hot seat.
Yay.
Bryan, I ask all my guests the same question. You've seen what I'm trying to do here with Blank Stage. What personal advice can you give me and our company so that we can take things to the next level?
Well, you guys do videos and stuff like that and you try to go viral. And I noticed that on YouTube, most of the things that skyrocket in the viral world are like funny takes of people falling down or saying really dumb things. So maybe create a show where you capture that around town and just becomes like a, people know what it is and they look for it on YouTube, and it gives you a lot of traction.
Well, Bryan, thanks. I certainly think we can make that happen. We've got some things in development, as they say, so stay tuned for that. Well, Bryan, thanks so much for being a guest on the show. Before we set you free here, talk to us a little bit more about the Crepe Masters and perhaps a really easy way for people to contact you.
Well, the best way to contact us would be through our website, which is crepemasters.com. It's got email, phone numbers, all of that. But basically what we do is we show up to an event, we set up our crepe station, we entertain the guests while we're making the food, and basically we let the host enjoy their party while we do most of the work, and they get all the credit for it. And when we're done, we just pack up, leave, and leave it the way we found it, nice and clean. But we have like a chicken Caesar crepe, which is one of our most popular, along with a Mexican and a fajita and a raspberry chicken and a whole slew of dessert crepes, like with cheesecake and Grand Marnier and the whole 9 yards. And they're basically handheld pockets of deliciousness that we serve to people.
Oh, Bryan, that sounds great. Well, Bryan, thanks so much for coming out today and sharing with us your expertise and your business knowledge. We really appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in here today. And if you liked what you heard, feel free to leave a comment right below. And we'll see you next time here on Thrive America.